Looks like one of the storms that's coming here this weekend could be a close shave.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We just don't know how close, right, Eric?
Oh, I don't have the strength. All right. Well, what we do know is that tonight we continued a streak of some really nice sunsets across the area. One of my favorite spots in the region, Highland Light in North Truro. Nick Haverin sending in a beautiful picture. Caught the light as it was spinning around there. And some really nice colors here in Chatham this evening. Gorgeous at sunset in the channel. Not too shabby. We've had quite a few of those lately. Another chilly night, teens and 20s across most of the area. And we'll be waking up in the teens and 20s. We've had a lot of those types of nights here recently. Generally a pretty seasonable air mass in place for now. Mainly clear skies this evening. Looking off to the west, cold front that's making its way through the Great Lakes. That'll bring a reinforcing shot of colder air starting tomorrow night. But for the morning, teens to low 20s, mostly sunny skies, again chilly. We'll do a little bit better in terms of temperature tomorrow. Be a bit more comfortable in the afternoon, but it will also be breezier. The wind out of the southwest about 10 to 20, but many towns will reach 40 degrees, and our sunset is at 4:38. So lower 40s across much of eastern Mass, 30s in central Massachusetts, and southern New Hampshire for tomorrow. Then a reinforcing shot of cold comes in on Thursday, 20s to around 30 degrees, even with sunshine. And we'll watch our next system approach Thursday night into Friday morning. Not a lot of energy with this one. We're talking about generally some lighter snowfall mixing in with even some raindrops toward the south coast. This will be primarily during the first half of the day. Not expecting a lot of accumulation, but a coating to an inch is possible, especially across Worcester County, northern Mass into southern New Hampshire. Coating to some rainfall around Boston down to southeastern Mass, and mainly rain toward the Cape and the Islands. General impact here, some slick spots early in the morning on Friday. So we get to Friday and we look at our total for the season so far. We know it has been extremely not snowy. In fact, the least snowy start to a season on record in Boston, joining just a few other years with less than 2 inches of snow up through this date. Does that dialogue change as we head into the weekend? I think there's a good chance we'll add at least some snowfall in Boston and certainly across the area. The question is how much. So as we look towards Saturday night, starting around 8 to 9 o'clock or points thereafter, we start to see this storm move in. And it starts as snowfall. There could be a pretty good thump of some snow as it begins Saturday night into early on Sunday morning. Then as we get into Sunday, here's the biggest question. Does it go right up over the top of us or just a little bit off to our south? Little off to our south brings a higher snow risk. Right over the top of us brings more of an ice and rain risk as we head into Sunday. And then behind it, a ton of cold is going to pour on in. I think those lines will get a lot more clear tomorrow night into Thursday. That's when we really start to lock in some of these impacts. The time frame is Saturday night through at least the first half of the day on Sunday. Right now it looks like a kitchen sink type of storm with snow to that wintry mix as we head into Sunday. There'll be some minor coastal flooding because of high astronomical tides. However, it's not a big nor'easter type of storm, so I don't expect any major coastal flooding or any major winds with this particular system. So it's really figuring out how much of what will fall from the sky on Sunday. It's a wintry mix either way, and it is really cold on Monday for Martin Luther King Day. So David and Lisa, if you've got kids at home, off from school, think of some ways to keep them occupied. It'll be bitter out there.
By the way, a woman on Twitter rather liked my close shave pun.